Our next red wine is going to be the Good Trouble Syrah. So we named this Good Trouble paying homage to Congressman John Lewis, who would encourage people to get into good trouble. And I think this wine can get you into good trouble, definitely. Um, our bigger red wines do tend to have higher alcohol contents, and you will see that here. But you know what I love about Syrahs is the way they smell. With this one in particular, it's smoky and meaty. You smell the smoke. It reminds me of barbecue. This reminds me of barbecue. You get the spice, you get black pepper, but you also get kind of some of those Christmas spices and the smokiness and just kind of the gaminess of this. It's very, very fragrant. It smells big. What do you smell in this?
It smells big. That's exactly right. It smells like it's going to just like tell my mouth what's going on. Yeah, I immediately get those fruit tones. And I think a lot of the time we think of that natural compound in Syrah, the rotundin, that smells like peppercorn, tastes like peppercorn. But it's an incredibly aromatic grape. It smells so much like fruit a lot of the time. And it's plum. It's all plum on the nose, right?
Lots of
So much of that blackberry, blueberry, just beautiful darkly pigmented fruits, things like that. But I almost get that earth flavor again too, like right
oh,
on the nose.
definitely.
It's that super animalistic animale, as they call it in
Mhm.
France. It's
That's a
super
good
super
word.
animalistic. Yeah, it's meaty. You were right, it's meaty.
Very
Typical of your, yeah, and that's what I love about it. I think even this vintage too, it's even darker in pigmentation. It's
love
so
that.
so purple. It's
I love
beautiful.
that with Syrahs. They're so jammy and the color is
Hmm.
so deep, you know.
Yeah,
If you have
balanced.
glasses and you can compare the Pinot Noir to the Syrah and tip them at a 45-degree angle so you can really see
Mhm.
the color of the wine, but you'll notice just how inky this wine is. And just the way we could taste the weight of the wine when we went from Sauvignon Blanc to Chardonnay, you're definitely going to feel the weight of this wine on your palate. And
Precisely.
get those beautiful dark fruits. You get the plum, but you also get the smoke. And the spice. And I love Syrahs with game. Um,
Yeah.
lamb, a
Lamb.
rabbit ragu, which apparently not everybody has had, but New York.
Right.
But
Spoiled. We get spoiled in our East Coast cities that
yes,
serve a lot of rabbit ragu.
you just want something big with this. It's a
Exactly.
really smooth, full-bodied red wine, easy to drink. The tannins are definitely there, much more present than with the Pinot Noir. This one, you feel it. You feel it dry your tongue out. You feel that spice on the back of the palate. It is a meat and potatoes wine.
Oh, this is couldn't, yeah. Meat and potatoes is exactly the way to put this. I want garlic mashed potatoes,
Mhm.
scalloped potatoes too. We love all iterations. I think as a species, we just love potatoes, but anything you can think of with them, could not agree more. And I think a lot of that robustness that we're also enjoying is being evenly balanced with its time in oak, with its time in tank, and its 22 months in oak. Some of it is going to be new, but not enough to give us our very typical Napa cab style oak. This is really like, how do we express the best parts that we love about Syrah
Yeah,
and the beauty that French oak is able to impart? And I think this one, again, it's balance. That's the word we're always looking for, is does it have enough acidity and tannin? Is it fruit forward enough and savory? And I think this one does all of those things, but you need to eat something with it.
definitely
Yeah.
checks all the boxes. You definitely want food with this and something
Hmm.
big and hearty. I love just how velvety the tannins are in this.
Yes.
You
So
know,
smooth.
they're definitely there, but they're smooth. They're not so prickly. Just
Hmm.
really, really full mouth feel, as we say.
Yes.
And if you taste this and you kind of swish it around in your mouth, you'll understand the correlation between what you're feeling and this terminology that we use a lot in the wine world of the full mouth feel. It coats your mouth, it coats your tongue.
Precisely.
Feel those tannins on your gums and on your tongue. It's really, really delicious. Nice, dry, long finish. really well
Yes,
in wine.
lingers quite well. And that's the thing is, we do enjoy describing wine. We like talking about wine. That is our jobs. But on top of it, we are trying to actually be able to tell you what you are tasting. It's for our benefit as much as it is yours. So when we try to describe things like a full mouthfeel, we hope that we're hitting that for you. But yeah, this one is full. It lingers. I think about when you take a couple breaths a minute or two after you've taken a sip of the wine. Are you still tasting it, or do you need to take another sip? If you're still tasting it, it's got a long finish. That's kind of what we're talking about, right? That lingering sensation, it's got a long finish. I would equate it to our cabs that we're used to, right? But that Sauvignon Blanc, I was ready to go back in for another sip 10 seconds later, right? Because it doesn't linger, it dissipates so quickly. So again, some of that terminology that we like to throw around, that's what we're talking about. Hopefully being able to tell you what you're tasting as much as we're tasting it. But that's the beauty and diversity in all of our
Yes.
palates, because it is we all taste different things. That's the cool part about it. Sometimes I smell a buttered blueberry muffin, but we all have beautiful, different, and diverse palates. That's the best part about it.
Exactly. And wine is subjective. So